Hello. So this is me drawing a picture of my friend Allison. I remember we met in, let's see, I remember seeing her in ninth grade because we both had orchestra together. And then and then I think we kind of became friends sophomore year. And then junior year, I'd say is when we really became friends. But in this picture, as you'll come to see, it's us rock climbing together. And and I kind of, when it comes to certain things, like certain drawings that I do, especially with friends like these. So the first time I came up with these caricature ideas was, I don't even know really. It's always I've always loved caricatures though. I knew that I've seen one of my mom and dad. They went to I don't know, just some beach, and they both got a caricature together, I guess. And that's something I've always really been into. Is I'll do realism and stuff, but I really like the funness of caricatures. And but so that's just kind of the story. My very first caricature I did was a picture of my best friend Gabby, and then Emily. And that was senior year though. And from then on, I really became very passionate and very sentimental and very I'd say sentimental about just the things that I draw. But when it comes to drawing my friends, I'll draw a very pivotal moment in our friendship, It's that moment where I'd say that we became friends, I don't know. I really did. I always very much enjoyed having orchestra with Allison. I remember that. I don't know. I feel like she really approached me, and out of nowhere, I'd say that we really did become friends. But yes, I was in a group. We would go to Lagoon for orchestra, and I was in a group with her, and I don't know. She's just so calm all the time, and she's just so chillaxed without being apathetic. She really is just very calm and very this how it be sometimes, And I know that she's really considerate of others, but I love when she has an opinion. When she has an opinion about somebody, I love to hear it. I think it's really funny. And so, I don't really remember, it's nothing, all in all, I just remember I love her. She's so freaking funny, dude. Okay, because we were in physics together, and she would hecka let me copy off of her so much. I mean, all of us did. We were lucky to be in that group, though, in the group that we were in. But yeah, she's just so funny. And yeah, and she was just, it would be during a test, and we would slide, the four of us, we would slide our papers to the right so we could get the answers, and that oh my gosh, I remember that. And she really is just so funny. And yeah, she's just so like always just very like relaxed, and she's so graceful too. She really is. She is just so gracious, just so gracious. You know, there's been plenty of times when like I've had to like cancel on her and that feels bad and stuff, but like she really is just like so gracious. And I think she's so dependable too. I think she is really consistent, and she's always just been really, yeah, as long as I've known her. But yeah. I remember we would have she'd have movie nights and stuff, and like, you know, and we'd go and do that and everything, and like but I remember being able to complain to her about things of like, oh my gosh, you can't believe what this did and who that did and stuff, and like, yeah. Oh, but also, she's like really the type of girl who's gonna stand her ground. And like, she really is just very like she really just knows who she is. She knows what she wants. And she'll just tell you no. Like, and that's kind of something that like can be annoying, but like, I just find it admirable. You know, it can be frustrating because, like, I'd be like, hey, could you do this for me? You know, like, I'd ask her to go talk to the teacher, and she's like, no. She'd literally just go, no. But, like, you know, there's always those spins on it. But, yeah. But, yeah, so when we went rock climbing this one time in the picture that's being depicted, I don't know, it meant a lot to me that she invited me, and that I got to go with her, and that she invited me into this part of her life, because like her family, they really are very active, very outdoorsman type, and like, I don't know, I just felt like I got to be her friend, and I felt like I got to be her, like a part of the family in a sense, you know, because we went with her dad and then 2 of her sisters, and then there's these dudes that were there. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and like, she's really cool because, oh, and then we had so much fun. We had so much fun in cooking class though. Oh my gosh, I remember now. But we would have cooking class. Oh my gosh. And we had this, okay, I'm going to say her name. Zoe. Did you get triggered, Allison? Because I did. Oh my gosh. I remember just talking about like, Zoe, and like we would go on and on about it. And like, and she's such a good cooker. She's such a good worker. Okay. If you want, like, she really is a part of the team. She's an MVP. She really is just fantastic, like, through and through. And, like, because she did her part. But also, Allison, well, but the thing is like, she's the kind of girl, like, who's gonna get it done. She's like, I'm gonna get it done. You know, and it's like, we should leave the dishes for Zoe to do and stuff. And she would be over there doing them. Or no, it was Emily. It was Emily that would do that. My bad. Allison. She'd do it sometimes, but it was Emily. I don't know how I got the 2 confused. But the thing that I hecka admire about Allison is her freaking stand on her own. Okay? She is such a stand on her own kind of girl. And like, that is something that is just like so cool for me to see, because she really is like, when it comes to like, you know, strong winds or currents or peer pressure, this girl just says no. She really does. She just said no. And so me and Allison, we'd be at the table, and like, we'd be like, Zoe, you should go do the dishes. and Emily would be doing them because she's just so sweet and passive. But Allison, just that girl. And like, it was just so like, I don't know. I had to say I would catch on to that. I'd say like I've always been pretty lazy, like selfishly lazy. So that's where I was coming from. But like, she really is. She's like, this isn't right. And so no, you know? But also I think that she's like, I think that she would stand up for what she believes in. But I think that she stands up for what she believes in by like just doing her own thing, you know? And like, and she just has such a strong sense of morality and I'd say integrity. And I think that like, she's just, you know, and she's really, really welcoming to everyone. That's another thing, is just how welcoming and accepting. Like, she literally is one of the most accepting people, other than, and like, you know, it doesn't matter, but like, she really is just like one of the most accepting people. There's no list, there's no tier list, there's no, this person is the most, she's under this, she's above that. It's just, she's one of the most accepting people that I know. And because the people that she's just also very like, go easy or get, I don't know what the term is, but she's easygoing. She's a very like easygoing person, but like also she's so like, she knows herself, you know, and she just, I really do just have like a lot of respect for her. And girl, this girl's a crazy driver though. She's a whack driver, dude. She really is, okay? Out of mad respect, she's a whack driver though, okay? I remember we were doing this matches fundraiser for our school, for orchestra, and this girl, she parked, I don't know, we had to do a U-turn, but we had to make a left turn out of this like really tight closure intersection thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. And this wild girl didn't see this car that was coming at us at 35 miles an hour, but probably even like fatter than that, you know, faster than that. And this girl, like, she's like, I'm gonna go. And she freaking goes, my girl. She's wild though. Yeah, she's pretty wild. I think it's really, that was hilarious. Everyone was like hecka stirred up, but I was like, that's wild. She really, yeah, she's wild. I think it's hilarious. You know, there's like, you know why Utah is so horrible? Is because like everyone's a bad driver. And that's the point. But, yeah. Yeah, and she's just really funny. And yeah, she's like, and also like, she's very gracious. Like, she's a very, very gracious person. She's so, like, she just really has this, like, calmness about her and stuff. And I just really admire that a lot. But, like, yeah. Oh, and then, she's so much fun. She really is so much fun. Because I would go to church nights with her, Young Women's, and like we'd have a board game. I remember that time specifically, and like this girl can dance, and I love, like, okay, it's gonna be really weird, but like I'd always notice the way she would walk, and like she really has like this like fluid movement. And like she really, like, she would kind of stand out in the hallway, like, you know, like if it came to like people like just bustling and hustling around, like not just because like she's pretty tall, but like she just kind of has this aim of where she wants to go. And it's like and she just stands up straight, and she holds her head up tall, and like, and just, she just walks with grace and like this fluid motion. And like that's something that like is really cool to me. And then like she has such a cool outlook on life because she really just does have that individualism, and I think that she's really comfortable with herself. And I think that had a lot of influence on me. I think that there were certain things, like I would hold myself to a higher standard in certain regards because she was just so like up there, you know? Like she was just clean and always modest and stuff, and just had this respect for herself. It's just such a, I don't like, intense isn't the right word, but just such a beaming respect for herself. You know, it just, and like that's something that I think that, you know, I think that she's had a lot of influence on me in certain things, you know. But yeah, like I really do like being with her. Like it's so peaceful. Like it's like when you're with her, like you get to be in this bubble and you get to just like, you just get to be, and you just get to talk casually about things. And I remember bus rides. I mean, it was a long bus ride. You know, they were long bus rides because we were going up to Lagoon. And I don't know, she just like, I just really liked her perspective on things. And she was always just really calm. And I really just did enjoy, like, I do enjoy being her friend. And yeah, I think that she has a really smart sense of time. You know, like when you put it life into a perspective of like 100 years or whatever. I think that she's really good at doing that. And I think that she's just ultimately what I would most say about her is that she has that true knowledge about herself. Like she really knows herself, and she knows where she wants to go. She knows what she doesn't want to do and stuff. And like, yeah, and that's something that's just really admirable. And I don't know how much time is left, because I think even if I speed it up, that there will be a lot of time left. So more about the picture. I didn't mean to make her look so dark, and I'm kind of unhappy with how the hair will end up, because that's really just not her type of hair. Like, she never was like that. Her hair's always been the same. It's always just that, like, very straight, whatever. So I don't like, because you'll see it in the end, but I don't like how the hair ended up. And then, like, yeah, I didn't even know how long it takes me to do artwork. Like, I don't know, like, I just get so incredibly, like, involved. And when I get to sit down and do artwork, like, everything else goes away. Like, I'll sit down and I'll be done with the artwork, and like it will be dark outside, and suddenly it's like I'm starving, or I'm like completely dehydrated, you know, because like I tend to work on, especially something that's really important. This one was all in one go, but obviously you saw that she was already outlined, and there was already some work to it. But I kind of mostly had her outline done because I needed the reference pictures. And even then, like, I don't think I got it right. Like, her skin color is too dark. Her eye color, I don't even think ends up correct. Her hair, I don't like her hair because it doesn't look like Allison. Before I messed up, I'd say it did look like Allison. But now I really cannot say that she does. And that's something that always happens though. Like, you know, like at least to me, like that's something that like for the most part always happens. And so I really just do end up going back and just like changing so much. But like it doesn't look like her. Her skin color is really, it really is just too dark. And then like when it comes to clothing, it can just be so hard for me to like decide what clothing to put on them, you know, because so I kind of, and like I don't think that I did dress her appropriately because like a lot of the time she's like wearing long pants, except I know she wears shorts because she wore shorts. She'd wear shorts to Lagoon. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but yeah. The hair is really bothering me. Something isn't right. Like there's something wrong with the way she looks, like the way I drew her, I should say. Yeah, so now I have to like, you know, do that whole thing where so a lot of time I really do end up going back and I always end up going back and doing something, changing something. So like with the reference picture that I used, her nose really isn't that large, but the smile I'd say is pretty accurate. And her eyes, thing is like her eyes, but no one's eyes are as big as drawn. And that's part of the caricature is like the large eyes. But I think that by giving her larger eyes, like it kind of did detract from like what she really naturally looks like. And just the hair. I don't think I'm going to have to do something different. Yeah. At the end of the video, you'll probably see a difference. I'll show you the picture of the made up, the newer version. But yeah, and like the hard thing about because you know I went in and I used the kneaded eraser to like take off some of the pigment. And also, like, considering how I ended up going into my own skin tone, because I'm pretty fair, I should have gone into hers like that. I guess, like, I was in this kind of, like, mindset, because I have a lot of Hispanic friends, and so, like, I go in with those darker colors, and I don't know, I just, like, really... I was just like really like gung-ho about it and stuff. And there was a lot of like, but I will say is like the highlights in her hair. I don't know. Because her hair is not like black, but also it's a very monochromatic color and it is very straight. So like in trying to catch the essence of like, you know, just flowy hair or whatever, I think I kind of messed it up. But I hope she likes it. It comes from a place of love, so if I did a really bad thing, it wasn't on purpose. But yeah, and she's like really like a natural beauty. Like, she really is just very, like, she really is, like, she's a natural beauty, and, like, she really does go very light on the makeup and stuff. And I like her glasses. I didn't draw her with glasses because when I was looking through some of her pictures, that sounds creepy. But I'm thinking of, I think she did wear glasses in school. But like, you know, when it comes to like these activities, like I noticed that she wouldn't wear glasses, but perhaps I'll add them because that really just might make her look more like herself. I don't know. I just feel like I didn't do a good job. I really don't feel like I did a good job. But I'm also terrified that if I do add glasses, it's just really not going to make her look anything like herself. And perhaps I've been staring at the picture for too long that like I don't see it. But if I look at the reference picture, the one that I'm using, because I'll go through pictures when it comes to my friends. Like I'll go through their pictures and like I'll just kind of try to get every angle of their face. Like I'll get just kind of, for the most part, I do know like their essence, I'd say. But excuse me, I can't edit any of this out because I don't know how. But yeah, it's just like, yeah. I think the biggest problem is her skin tone. She's just so much lighter than what is drawn. So I don't know if I can get it any lighter. But yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. And then also her eyes, the way her eyes turned out. I don't know, I'm not too happy with it. But here, as you look at the video, it's coming up real soon. I'm really gotta fix this because I think that the skin tone and the hair and the skin tone are just really what messed everything up. So I'm gonna try, as I do this, as I speak, I don't know if I can make it go away. Because I don't know. I don't know if I can fix it, but you'll notice. So I'll go in within the video, you'll see it, is that I go in and I add some baby hairs around her face. And that's not anything I've ever noticed about Allison, is that she has baby hairs. And so just right now I'm trying to correct, especially her face, because that really is, you know, like the large part of the picture is her face. And so like her legs, I'll probably lighten up a little bit to my best ability. But when it comes to colored pencils, but markers, way more impossible. With markers, it's like impossible to like change. So yeah. I promise I don't have the Rona. Rona's not welcome here. But yeah. And so I think I just did poorly with choosing colors. Excuse me. At this time. And so I'm going back. And hopefully, I don't know. Because like, honestly, like the skin tone, once you lighten it up, like it really makes a difference. But even then, she's like almost paper white, you know, she really is just very pale. I'm going over so I went in with a pink pearl, eraser, and I'm going to try to, I don't know, I can't, because I went over, but I'm trying to get rid of these baby hairs. Because I think the first thing that really ruined the picture was that I added those baby hairs. And, like, she's never had baby hairs, like, that I've noticed. And so, like, a lot of the art that I do, like, I do it to what I like, you know? And so, for the most part, if I like it, everyone else does. And I don't, like, I've never just handed over a piece of artwork that I don't like, except to my brother, but I took it back and now I'm going to redo it, and that will be next video. Perhaps I'll film that today, except my phone's probably going to die. But yeah. So I've lightened up her skin tone. It really does look a lot better. And then I'm going to go over to mine right now. And I'm going to go over and try to blend that out more. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she looks so much better. Like, it looks like her now. Because I went through and got rid of a lot of that pigment that I'd had for her before. So yeah. So I'll show you the after picture. And it should be better. I say it better. I say it's better. I was able to get rid of the baby hairs for the most part. Now it just kind of looks like she has hair in her face. But she always has that, like, really clean hair look and stuff. And so I'm kind of going over with just really light colors. I'm going over even with white, like actual white color. And let's see, that better go away. Yeah. Hopefully that won't be noticed, because, yeah. Yeah. There. I'm happy with it now. I say it looks more like Allison, but also I think I really do need to just really, like, darken her hair just by a lot more, because that's, like, the one thing. Like, her hair might not be pitch black, but, like, that's, like, something that, like, I just remembers how, like, she'd wear her hair just really long and straight. And so I think that's something that can be fixed. Who was it? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm definitely adding, like, one thing about colored pencils. Okay, now I know what the problem is that it doesn't go with what's going on. I guess that doesn't really matter. But yeah, like, or she'll have it, like, very simply pulled back. But yeah. I can see it now. I have to, her eyes might even be like a darker shade of brown from what I've had. I think I oughta, I mean, I'm not going to go black, but I'm going to darken, I'm going to go with, like, a cool tone, like dark brown. I'm going to even go over that with, like, a, not dark green. I'm going to go over that with a, gray. I had it here. I'll find it or not use it at all. But yeah, I think I'm going to really darken her eyes a lot more. I think that's, like, yeah, I think that will be helpful to make it look more like her. Yeah. Oh no. I went out of the line and now it looks like she has pink eye. I'm messing everything up. I really am. I really am not good. Seems like the more I care about the project, the worse everything goes. And so I don't know if I can fix this. I don't think I can. Now she has pink eye. That's really awkward. By no means is that accurate. That by no means is that accurate to real life. I'm just an idiot and I couldn't see what I was doing. But I'm gonna go over her eye and just, like, Yeah. Going to accentuate her eyes. Yeah. You know, is it looking like her? I really do not know. Because a part of me says, nay, nay, it don't. But you'll have to tell me, Allison. Allison will let me know. I don't know how much time is left in this video. Oh my goodness. Maybe should I add a white dot? Because I haven't done highlights in anyone else's pictures. Or have I? You know, I have this. I can do it. Let's do it, okay? What do I have to lose? Everything, apparently. Yeah, I don't think I was doing white highlights in anyone else's pictures, and I think I know why. Because it's like, crappa. Okay, so I'll show you the end results. If they're hideous, I'll redo the whole pictures. And perhaps I'll need to. Perhaps I'll need to redo the whole picture. Oh my gosh. Why? Yeah, perhaps I'll need to. That's really too bad. And I lost my brown. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think I can just go back and get rid of the white altogether. I don't remember what I was using this white on, but I'd color over it and like it looked good enough, you know? I don't know. Like it kind of looks like slash anime. Like it looks ever so slightly anime. And then like, I don't know, it's like not quite enough. I don't know. It looks, something's not connecting. Like, something's not connecting. Oh well. I have no clue how much time is left. But, yeah, looks like I'm almost done. So, yes. I'll show you at the end. I don't think there's anything more I need to say. The background, that was just, yeah. Kind of looks like something my brother used to do. Oh, you know, I'm going to work on the background. At least for the green. Because that really is just like a very sparse green, you know. It's not appealing. It's not interesting. And it ought to be, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll add into the end of this, I'll add whatever it's called. I'll add the picture of the final cut. And like, I think that like a big artist no-no though is like, you don't work on your piece and after you've had your signature on it. And like, I don't know, obviously like I don't think it's a cardinal sin, but like yeah, you'll see the final cut. You'll see the final cut, and that's it. Thank you all for watching. I say all, but I mean, you know, I watch too much YouTube and I'm adapting that behavior. Like and subscribe, comment down below. IJK. But yeah, this has been your talkative cow for probably this entire month. But I really do DK. So yeah, there's nothing more else to say. Goodbye. Thank you for watching if you've watched.